Clone Trooper. Getting started early. Hey, you all let me know if you can hear me, by the way. And yes, you're probably going to see a giant microphone right next to my head during this. It is what it is. That's where I get the best sound. Yeah, what's going on? Excellent. People can hear me. We're doing some test streaming. Unlike our last stream, this one is not an absolute disaster at the moment, which is impressive. Cox has been very weird for a couple of weeks with my internet right at about 8:15 p.m. It's almost like they know I stream at that time, and it's almost like they know to throttle me. I don't know, it's weird. I mean, I know ISPs don't do that because that would be wrong, and that would be dishonest, so they would never do anything like that. Clone Trooper Wheeler, what's going on? Thanks for the 5. He says, here's some money. Well, you don't have to give me any money, but definitely stick around for the stream. So this is going to be an off-the-cuff, just kind of test stream. I'm going to see if I can go the entire duration of the stream with this stuff working. And if everything works, we'll be set to actually schedule a stream. The reason I didn't schedule a stream is because I tried that twice before, and Cox made an absolute idiot out of me by making me cancel the stream live in front of everybody, which is definitely good for appearances and good for making repeat viewers. I mean, I know whenever I go to a stream and the streamer can't stream because their internet craps out, it makes for fantastic watching. Like, I mean, it is just really good. Yeah, my mug is back. The mug has returned. I have a whole new camera. You can see my mug in HD at 60 frames per second. I mean, you'll probably be able to see everything wrong with it at the same time. Hey, speaking of ugly mug, it makes me think we should come up with a design. Like, Warner, I should work with you. We should make an Heirs ugly mug. It's like literally a mug, and maybe we can try and sell some for charity or something this Christmas. That'd be hilarious. Like, we can make an Heirs ugly mug that people can buy. We'll have to come up with something. But anyway, yeah, here we go. Again, if you're watching this afterwards, try to ignore the large microphone here, but it is, the motion blur when you sneeze will be amazing. Exactly, ain't no meaning. Thanks for being a channel supporter, too. But yeah, we're going to continue this Total Waagh campaign that I was messing with. We had to quit it last time. I didn't have really anything else planned or queued up. So I was like, you know what? We'll just kind of play that Grimgore campaign and see how it goes. Legamus, thanks for being here too. Appreciate you being a channel supporter. And Warner, thanks for being a mod here and over on the Discord. Clone Trooper, appreciate you. Daniel, good to see you here tonight. Envy, good to have you here. I think I said hi to Marshall. If not, I'm going to say hi again. But yeah, thanks for you all being here in a rather last-second stream. You all can let me know whether or not the quality is fine, and of course, if you are someone who is joining this afterwards, you'll be able to watch and, you know, hopefully enjoy rather than feeling like your ears are melting. All right, so has anybody here or watching this afterwards, feel free to comment, has anybody played and, you know, possibly even beaten Metroid Dread on the Nintendo Switch? Or played other Metroid games before? I just beat it tonight. Holy Hannah, that game is hard. Like, it is so hard. But man, it was satisfying. Really fun. Hey, Caleb, thanks for being here tonight. A salty mug, yeah, we'll get an air-shaped mug. Yeah, I need to come up with some kind of like design for a mug, and maybe we'll sell it this holiday season, like some kind of limited run, and we'll find like a cool charity to donate the profits to, and we can sell the Heirs ugly mug for Christmas. Metroid Fusion was so good. Yeah, I've loved all the Metroid games. I've played most of them. I haven't played like all of them, including like the Game Boy stuff, but I've played most of the Metroid games, and they are very good. And Metroid Dread is excellent. It is very hard. It's probably one of the hardest games I've played in a long time. Every boss fight, I just get killed like 20-something times. But although it does get frustrating at sometimes, the game is fair in the sense that there's a way to dodge every attack. They give you really good movement and skills, and if you just take your time and try and figure out, okay, when the boss does this, I have to do this. When they do this, I have to do that. Like, you kind of work out the rhythm, and then you beat the bosses, and you're like, holy cow, that was awesome. And I just got done beating the final boss. It was very difficult. Very difficult, but oh man, it was worth it. It's probably the best game I've played, period, since I was able to play Breath of the Wild. Now, some people are like, what about Warhammer? Don't get me wrong, I really like Warhammer 2. It's a really good game, but I mean, if I did have to pick a favorite game, Breath of the Wild is still #1 for me. I would say Metroid Dread is probably right up there, tied for #2 with Warhammer for me. So, I mean, it is extremely good. Yeah, I beat the original Metroid not long ago, Legamus. I had never beaten it before, so I grabbed a little walkthrough guide since it's a little bit cryptic, and played my way through it, and it was fun. That was my first time ever beating the original Metroid on NES. I'm going to have to fast forward, because the Dawi are coming towards us. They attacked us. I'm hoping to get some good use out of my Doom Diver catapults. The enemy has a Grudge Thrower, though, so that's going to be some problems for me. Remember when everyone found out Samus was a girl and people went crazy? Yeah, I read people saying that, like, that it was crazy, they couldn't believe it, Samus was a girl, and I'm like, I don't know, like, just being me, like, that never would have mattered to me, but I guess I can see how in 1980s, it was probably breaking the mold. So it was probably pretty different for people. I don't believe there is any terrain advantage, so I'm going to try and just spread out more. I'm taking fire on my Black Orcs. I get Grimgore. Gonna get into some action here. I need to go get that Grudge Thrower. I'm going to keep my Doom Divers targeted on these hammers. Of course, the Grudge Thrower is landing every single hit right on my Black Orcs. And my Doom Diver catapult, which is actually kind of homing artillery, only just now started to get some damage. Alright, I'm going to try and get the attention of the enemy with Grimgore here. Maybe even fix him up a little. I'm going to hard group this. Alright, let him have it, boys. Alright, Grimgore's going all in. I've got my infantry charging forward. I'm going to take my cavalry and my chariots and try and get some work done. And I'm going to just start pumping some arrows into some of these warriors with great weapons. Come on, chariots, make your way through. Come on. I know those dwarves are big and heavy and clad in iron, but you can do it. Get out of there. Dwarves have so much mass. It's like, I mean, whenever I'm playing multiplayer, of course, my dwarves will never stop any chariots, but when you're playing against the AI, you better believe your chariots are going to stop, like dead stop. Now, Wolf Rider chariots are probably a pretty light unit mass-wise. Come on! Like, I just cannot get them to pull through either. And my archer's getting some work done. Doom Diver catapult is coming in clutch. About to rout those hammers. Alright, I did get my Boar cavalry through. I'm going to come plow into here. How is Grimgore losing the Thorgrim Grudgebearer? That's more than a grudging. Oh, I got a Waagh. Forgot about the Waagh. Alright, we got rid of that. And let's get our Doom Diver and start targeting the next blob. Those hammers still haven't routed for some stupid reason. And I'm going to lose this fight to the Quarrelers, but at least it'll keep him busy for a minute. Grimgore is losing. It's not even possible. Don't lie to me, game. And dwarves caught up to Grimgore in a foot chase there. Again, don't lie to me, game. Don't patronize me. Come on! Get me out of here. Somehow those hammers are still fighting. Must have fought till near the last man. With the difficulty setting we have on, though, it's not going to be any surprise to get some major fight out of the stunties, especially with their relatively high leadership to begin with. Grimgore's only got 445 hit points, so we best to be a little bit cautious with them. In fact, I'm going to try and move him out of range of that Master Engineer. Alright. I'm going to take a unit of Gobos over here to pressure the Quarrelers. Actually, let's just kill the Quarrelers with my own archers. Sweet. Thorgrim came back. That is exactly what I wanted. I am about to get another Waagh, though, which should help me chunk my way through the rest of this. Black Orcs do rule. I wish I had more of them. Alright, there goes the Waagh. And our Doom Divers have done spectacular work here. 125 kills. Up on that position at the elevation, they're going to do very well. Alright, we rerouted Thorgrim. Routed the infantry there in the middle. I think I'm going to take these Gobos and chase some of that infantry. Doesn't come back from routing. Thorgrim's got a ton of armor, and I'm having a really hard time getting the finish on him. Use the rest of your ammo on Thorgrim, please. I don't have Grimgore to help me beat him in melee now. Okay. Let's start shooting that Master Engineer. Grimgore be dead. Black is the new green. That Master Engineer is going to be a little bit of trouble for us. Also, don't shame your pants. It's going to be a close battle here, folks. I'm going to try and use my Goblin Archers just to catch the Master Engineer in melee. I think no, he's not shooting at my chariots. I kind of figured he might. Let's use my chariots. Charge in here. Alright, I'm just going to go chasing after the Master Engineer. Gonna have to be quite careful. We have shattered most all of the Dawi. But I told you all to attack him. Why did I see him shooting over here? Alright, I would simply go to the bathroom before the battle. I know. Small thing to worry about in a battle where your life is at stake, but I mean, you know that had to happen, right? Someone's in the middle of a war, and you're like, oh man, I have to take a big crap. And, there's obviously a lot worse things that happen in a war, but it would still be very unpleasant, beyond all of the other things about that situation that would be very unpleasant as well. I used to run cross-country in high school. I was terrible at it, but I did it, and it was like before every race, it's like your body knew, and you know, your stomach, you get all sick and everything. It may have just been because I stunk, and my body was like rejecting my attempts at running. I don't know. This Master Engineer is running away, and he won't chain route for some reason. I don't know how they think this Master Engineer has a chance against 616 greenskins. Don't get me wrong, Dawi are tough little buggers, but 616, I don't think so. Which is your favorite orc god, Gork or Mork? One is cunningly brutal, and the other one's brutally cunning. But which one's which? I don't know which one's which. So you just gotta appreciate them both. You know? We don't really have any other options. Look, it's doing the stupid plowing thing where we're just plowing the enemy instead of attacking it. CA hasn't fixed this ever since the game's been released. And when you're lucky, like I am here, you don't even get any attacks done on it. So stupid. CA, please fix this crap before Game 3. Yeah, Yeah, see, look, we're just gonna, like, plow him straight off the battlefield. We're at least scoring some damage now. It's not a lot, but... whatever. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Anthony, how's it going? Thanks for being here tonight. Appreciate you supporting. He says, oh no, I get the feeling that long distance can be hard to get used to at HeirofCarthage. I did the same thing when I was in high school. Yeah, I was bad at running back then, and I'm still not good at it. But like, I took my dog running today just because, you know, I'm getting old. Exercise is a good thing. So I do continue to try. All right, Fuzzy Wuzzy says, hey Air, why do vampires continue to make the same mistakes over and over again? All right, I got a feeling we got a lame joke coming in here. Fuzzy Wuzzy's gonna get us started. Daniel says I have flat feet, so running sucks. My feet, what do you call it? Is it supinate or pronate? I don't remember. When I walk, my feet naturally kind of turn inwards. I have to buy shoes to kind of help counteract it. And whenever I first wear those shoes, like my running shoes, I haven't been using them a lot recently. And so when I go use them for the first time in a while, like the muscles in my legs just, they get so sore they feel like they're going to explode because I don't use them the same way that I do when my feet are actually landing properly. So yeah. All right, Fuzzy Wuzzy says that vampires keep making the same mistakes because they lack reflection. Y'all get it? Huh? Oh man, that's the kind of lame we need, Fuzzy Wuzzy. Keep it coming. You are amazing. Don't ever stop. Would you ever go back and play Attila? Yeah, I might. I never thought I'd be back playing Rome 2, but there we are, and it's fun. We're having a good time of it. I love how they got a free Rune Lord here, too. Yeah, you kill their Lord, and they get another one. It's always helpful. Feels good, CA. More designs like that, please. And we killed the living crap out of these hammerers. There was like barely any of them left. Remember they fought down to like the last 2? And now there's 36 of them. So, again, feels good. Feels good that when you win a battle, that the battle really matters. Fortunately for me, though, my immortals, passive of the immortals, assigned Blackwork, you know, they completely replenish. That might be their ability there, that banner that we stuck on. So that's absolutely fantastic, and I love it. So, suck on that, AI. All right, here we go. We're gonna fight this battle. All right, had to get my fan going. It's a little warm. It always gets hot when I'm streaming because my computer's a space heater. Don't get me wrong, I love the performance of these new age graphics cards. I do not love the wattage. I think my graphics card runs about 400 watts under load. And then I think my processor's about 125, and then you throw in all the other miscellaneous stuff, so my, now... Huh? Does anybody remember my Doom Divers taking any damage? Did I miss something? Hold on a second. I did miss something. I went back and hit the DVR there. Okay, alright. Seems nice and unfair. Well, apparently some of the Dawi came back from routing and nearly killed my Doom Diver catapult, and I hadn't noticed. Again, CA, please. I love how the Dawi routed through my line to get behind my artillery, and of course their leadership stabilized. Came back from routing, and hey, just conveniently, now they're positioned right by my artillery. It's all circumstance, folks. Don't read too much into it. AI is above reproach when it comes to that kind of ridiculous cheating. They would never. They would never do something so dastardly. Like, I mean, I know if I were in a battle and my leadership broke and I was running scared from the battlefield, I would definitely run towards enemy lines and then behind their line. I mean, I don't know who wouldn't do that. Like, so say for instance let's just say that you're on the beach at Normandy and you're being gunned down by machine guns and pillboxes while you're stuck on the beach, and you just can't take anymore mentally. It's just too difficult. I mean, you're just gonna run forward. I mean, straight up the beach, right past those guys. I mean, I guess that's not a great example because they had nowhere to go. But, yeah, whatever. Enemies that route through your lines should automatically shatter. I would say yes to that, but something tells me that the AI would then make your units route through your own lines. And then all your units would shatter. I feel like they would take advantage of that. Alright, the dwarves want a corner camp. I don't really like this. I'm going to try and just get my Doom Diver catapult in range and unload on their hammers. We are very short on forces, and our Grimgor is very weak. Fortunately, we only have to kill a runesmith. Unfortunately, because of the difficulty setting. It's going to be a little... Is the difficulty setting tweaked, actually? Can't remember. Game settings. No. Oh, that's under campaign settings, but we can't do it in here. We'll check it when we get out. If it is on very hard, I'm going to just switch the battle difficulty to normal and leave the campaign on very hard. I don't like breaking the way that the combat works in the game. It ruins heavy infantry and cavalry. Speaking of, I haven't tried the cavalry beta. Has anybody been trying the cavalry beta? Is it good? Yep, Heir of Grimgor tonight. Thanks for joining us tonight, FaZe Kermit. Daniel, appreciate you being here. Maybe they were surrendering? Yeah. It was a secret surrender shenanigan. They're going to act like they're surrendering. Alright, so I'm going to let my Doom Diver catapult fire away. Kill as many hammers as we can. We've got a decent bit of ammo. Alright, that's going to force them forward. Now they're going to have a range advantage with these Quarrelers. But I'm not worried about the Quarrelers per se. I'm going to try and unload all of my ammunition straight into their hammers, and then I'll focus fire their great weapon units. It's not a huge deal if I lose some orc boys or goblins. Definitely don't want to lose the immortals. Speaking of, I wanted to pause that and take a look at their thing here. Entities cannot die while the ability is active. Leadership, so disabled if leadership's lower than 50%. Holy cow! These guys are going to be absolutely bananas. Yeah, these guys are going to be absolutely bananas. Switch that over there. I'm going to hold Grimgor in reserve. Little damage getting in, but we need to get enough scrap going here that we can get a Waagh. Can we kill the Rune Lord with 700 hit points? Something tells me no. Let's help chop through some of these guys. Alright, so we've only lost one of our immortals. How did I lose an immortal with 108 leadership? Seems like it kind of defies the, maybe their leadership dropped temporarily or something. How's the Waagh meter going? There we go. Stupid Quarrelers. Gonna be resistant with their stupid, filthy dwarf armor. Alright, well, fortunately for me, the immortals are absolutely clubbing all the Dawi. Up to 145 kills. I'm not shocked. I mean, Black Orcs are going to be extremely good against all Dwarf infantry. Like, extremely good. Alright. Keep firing there. Let's keep our chariots away from their idiotic Rune Lord who thinks he's fast enough to catch a chariot unit. I would say that's funny, but this poor dwarf is obviously delusional and high on warpstone. Okay, let's keep smashing up all these guys. Target the quarrelers. Trying to keep my chariots moving. Keep these units good and routed. Alright, unload on the Rune Lord. Try and do some damage to him. What are we doing elsewhere? I'm gonna let him charge my archers, and then I'm gonna countercharge him with Grimgore. The archers are poisoning him too. One more volley. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want him to get a countercharge on Grimgore. Alright, we got one last volley. Used my special ability to drop his melee defense a whole dang bunch. I'm gonna bring some extra entities in to help out Grimgore, try and avoid damage. There we go, we got him. You are Grimgore, and you're the biggest and the best. Sometimes units just die while refused to die abilities proceed. Is that true, Zero? Does that really happen? Because if so, see, that's another CA, please. We gotta add to the list here. That with like the chariot plowing. The Immortals could have taken a diver to their back. Now, that's a fair point, but technically it still shouldn't die, right? Because it says that they won't die if their leadership's above 50%. Alright, there we go. So we snagged their settlement. We're going to need to replenish. Like a lot. I don't want to sack it. I don't really... Yeah, I'm just going to occupy it. I mean, the extra replenishment would be nice, but I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. Just get this building in place. Actually... We're going to be here at least a couple of turns. Grab these extra units, and let's go ahead and put this in to help the replenishment go faster. We're going to need more troops, because we have to declare war on everybody the very first turn that we meet them. Like, that's the nature of a total Waagh campaign here, and we've already done that, which means that enemies are going to be coming at me full throttle. So I'm going to take this guy that we confederated.
Nasty magic's ready.
I've heard certain spells and Mortis effects can still get them, but I haven't really tested it. That's an interesting question. Would be interesting to test. Black Crag. So in a couple of turns, we're going to have some good stuff here. We'll be able to recruit some trolls, which will come in extremely handy. We're going to want... I don't know that defenses are going to help us a ton, because its greenskin defenses are pretty bad. Let's build the greenskin camp, and then let's go ahead and do some recruiting. Get some boys, and then some archers. And hopefully we'll have some trolls ready. We're going to need 2 armies, because we're almost certainly going to get attacked from multiple directions. What's going on, Regina? Thanks for joining us tonight. I don't have any high elves for you, but we's leading the boys with Grimgore on a total Waagh campaign here. We're going to need to keep the pressure up on the Dawi. They are busy recruiting. Every turn we're not fighting is a turn where our enemies are getting stronger. I do think I'm going to hold off one more turn and finish this recruitment and replenishment. We're going to need all the units we can get. And we're doing the same down here. We've got some scrap, but we'll need our upgrades to open up before we can put it to use. Jarl! Thanks for being here. How's your world going? How's your YouTube channel doing? YouTube, as far as its algorithm goes, has been particularly vicious to me, but I'm having as much fun with YouTube as I've ever had. I'm loving the Rome 2 campaign. I'm enjoying Troy a lot right now. I need to get a new campaign going in Warhammer, but I haven't figured out what campaign I want to do. I mean, I guess this will be a good test for me. I can decide whether or not this would be it. I'd like to do a campaign with Mrs. Eyre, and I think she said she was willing to. I need to just get in here and teach her how to do it, get started. It'd be fun. Channel's slow, but I'm comfortable with where I made it to. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like, things are slow in terms of, like, growth compared to the past and other stuff, but you know what? I got folks like you all here tonight. Just don't care. I have fun. I'm having fun. Said I've been doing this for many, many years. I'm still having a good time with it. That's good enough. I'm gonna take it and be happy. Gonna take it and be happy. Alright, I'm gonna group these guys. Put that one there. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna scoot up a little. I've got the range on them. I'm gonna start targeting some great weapon units. Actually, I think I'm gonna just target quarrelers. For every quarreler we kill, we take some ammo away from them. I don't know why the AI goes away from me. Like, I have artillery. Like, feel free to hill camp. I'll use all my ammunition. That's totally fine with me. I'm glad the AI doesn't sit there and do that still. In the past, they would have been like, okay. They would have done it. They would have sat there and let you use all of their ammunition. Alright. I smell fear too, Grimgore. And it smells delicious. Got 122 leadership. Gitsnick needs blood. Well, let's not keep him waiting. It's not ideal. We're gonna take some blasting charges here. Oh crap. We let one of the dwarf infantry get right through our front line. Have to back up and kill it. Let's get our cavalry working. Alright, there we go. You all kill these dwarf warriors for me, please. Hey, you lay off them blasting charges, you ugly gits. See, look, I had entities die. Leadership is definitely not below 50%, so that must just be a crock of crap. Like, just a fat crock of crap from CA. Alright, I'm gonna debuff their Dwarf Lord and give him a good old-fashioned Grimgore beatdown. I don't think any Dwarf Lord outside of Grombrindle, maybe, would want to have anything to do with a hand-to-hand fight with Grimgore, and honestly, even Grombrindle should probably avoid that when given the option. Alright, well, we've got really nice damage going here. I think we've got them on the run. Leave them well defeated. Uh-oh, Appius is winning at the casino. Don't tell Nikki you're taking all her money. FaZe Kermit says, are you going to call a Waagh against Karaz Akarak, or are you going to keep it for another hold? I think we'll probably end up killing Karaz Akarak if things go well before we're even built up to the Waagh, but I'm going to have to get fully replenished, and taking Karaz Akarak is actually going to be really hard because the dwarves are very well armored. And every turn that we sit around on a siege or something, again, because we go to war with everybody the turn we meet them, it's going to be a mess. So, like, sitting around in sieges is really bad. Because the enemies are just going to be bringing army after army after army into your territory. It's going to be a lot. Like, there's Skaven tribes around us. There's all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be rough. I'm going to go ahead and loot and occupy. Run some repairs here. We need to be able to replenish very quickly. Grimgore levels up. We finished Du Bois here, so that's good news. It's going to make our infantry considerably stronger, which we need. And we really need Lightning Strike at this point. We got looting settlements. I'm thinking maybe Ravager and then some points in Looter as well. I believe in the power of Karak 37 Peaks. Hey, Wicked, thanks for being here tonight. It's good to see you. Hang on, wait, what? Did Streamlabs just say no skitter flee? Or did someone named No Skitter Flea win something here? I mean, did Streamlabs go Skaven on us? Trying to figure that out. I'm a little bit confused, but maybe that's also kind of cool. That garrison, we got an Iron Rock trash. Yeah, a couple of boys and some gobos.
The tribe's ready.
Oh, we can recruit trolls now. This is good news. It's gonna take a couple turns, unfortunately. That is not good news. Marcus says I was wondering that too. I didn't put anything like that in there. But apparently the Skaven took over YouTube. Crap, man, we saw the... Dang it. Those orcs are revealed. Well, the good news is I've already declared war on them, so no biggie. Good. We already took care of business. But they'll likely try and send in armies behind me. There's no other mentions of Skitterflea. YouTube just needs to DDoS itself like a good Skaven to become a member of Council of 13. Let's try and get some more shiny stuff here. Lords of Grungni. Alright, let's end our turn. Thanks for subscribing, Cameron. Appreciate you. Alright, well, they attacked me. The good thing is that if, and I don't know if this is true, but if Ugrok Tiefraba is the faction leader and we beat him here, I believe we get the chance to confederate him. I do not know whether he is the faction leader, and unfortunately for me, Du Bois and this army do not have those upgrades that are going to make them better at fighting. See, I got 5 boys to their 7. I got Wolf Riders too. I've got more archers, but this is going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Streamlabs now says this action does not have my consent. What? Where did this thing come from? Like, I'm literally trying to... Is this answers to 8-ball questions? Maybe I typed something in and I just don't remember. Like, maybe I typed in some responses or something. I have no idea. I'd have to go look at the settings on that thing. I haven't looked at it in a long time. And we are up against 2 enemy lords here. Well, I mean, heroes. They got a war boss and a Cabo Pig boss, and all I've got's a freaking shaman. This Vindictive Glare should be pretty good against anything with low armor. Which is pretty much all these goblin units. And of course we have Sneaky Stabbin', which... CA made it where it's not a group cast anymore. Wait, handguns? Warner, are you doing this? Does Warner have control over the Streamlabs bot? I mean, he is a moderator. That definitely sounds like something Warner would program, though. Maybe Warner is the secret mastermind here. Sweet. I didn't know you could program it to do stuff. That's awesome. Feel free. Make that thing not lame. Well, we only got a little hit on our intended target. Got some angry wolf riders coming in. They ain't real happy about what I just pulled there. I forgot to check the battle difficulty while I was out there. Stay braced. Alright. Unfortunately for me, Goblin Spears don't actually have any bonus versus large. They're just crappy. Let's give them a little help here. We're going to come under fire from enemy archers, but I've got my own archers that are going to start returning fire. See if we can help cut through those Gobbo Wolf Riders. I need my archers to do a considerable amount of damage in this battle if we hope to win. This guy's got a really good shield. He's gonna come right through my line. How annoying. Run away from him. See if we can get him in a firing line here. Alright, we got a Waagh, they got a Waagh, everybody gets a Waagh. We are losing the infantry fight, unfortunately. I'm gonna try and kill their lord. That should make a big difference. I'm potentially gonna lose some units of my own here, though. But the more damage we do to their war boss, the better. Oh yeah, we just did some very nice damage there. Alright, we actually routed their war boss. Got another Waagh queued up. Crap, they got a Wolf Rider free over here. This is bad news. Alright, good. Their Wolf Rider pulled off and went after one of the units that it shouldn't have. I need another Vindictive Glare. Order up! Ooh, we broke through him over here. How fortunate for me. Well, that Vindictive Glare is totally clutching it here. I think we're about to chain route him if we can keep it up. Come on, kill that leader. I'll let him out of there. Need to try and buff my archers and stay in that fight a little longer. Gotta kill that Wolf Rider, and then we've got to stay on this Gobbo. Come on, feed it to him. Point blank. Ooh. Didn't hit quite as good as I had hoped, but it hit. Right, they got some boys coming back to fight. We're having a hard time getting another Waagh built up. Let's kill their archers while we have the opportunity. Need to get some magic. So their archers are going to kill me if I don't do something about it. Alright, we need a good hit here. We need a good hit. Alright, let's get some of our routed units back. Did some damage. Alright, let's tune some archer fire out here. Looks like we did it. Woo! By the skin of our teeth. We got away with it. Hang on, so Warner, you don't even know how you're getting it to say anything? I don't know what's going on. I've never seen it do anything like that. Air's Teeth is the best teeth. Thanks, T-Rex Rex. Thanks for being a channel member. Thanks for being here tonight. Hopefully y'all are having some fun. I'm having a good time. It feels good to be back streaming, you know? Feels very good to be back streaming. Internet was quite wonky there for a couple of weeks, and I was getting tired of having to cancel streams and feel like an idiot, so I just had to take a break and turn around and come back. Warner bit the bot and it got infected. I mean, that makes sense. We didn't kill their leader, but we did drive him back at least, and that'll give me time to recruit some trolls. Hang on, a tribute, so we get +4 or angry gods. I'm gonna take the tribute. Duty, Gorfang, Rotgut. Man, do I want to bring Rotgut back? I mean, this guy was pretty good at killing enemy leaders with the... I mean, he's not good in melee, but he's pretty handy. It's pretty handy. I'm gonna keep him. Right, yeah, the Dawe are raising an army. Can't reach them on this turn. It's unfortunate because they're going to pick up several units. They have some good units at Karazakarak. When I stop to siege them, it's going to become problematic. Right, we're going to need piles of shiny stuff to pay for the massive war effort. And we just got this shiny pit going too. So that'll help fund even more trolls and other units here, so this feels well worth it. We got skulkers now too, but I need more boys. We gotta flesh out the army here. That way we can drive back anything that attacks our territory while Gremgor is busy getting rid of the stunties. No one else to declare war on at the moment. That's good. We'd rather keep it this way. Anthony says, understand the frustration with the internet. Thanks for being a channel member too, Anthony. Appreciate it. Yeah, the internet, I just wish I had more options. I'm going to take a look at Starlink. I know Starlink's download won't be as good as mine, but download is kind of irrelevant most of the time for me. And if I could get like 50 megabit uploads even out of Starlink, that would be considerably better than what I have at 35 megabit. Oh, dang, we can attack this dude outside the settlement and pull out all the reinforcements. That's actually gonna be perfect. We're gonna do that. We got lucky right here. They recruited another lord and they shouldn't have. What this is gonna do is allow me to fight them outside of the settlement. Still a tough army. They've got some guns and a bunch of quarrelers. Like, absolutely a tough army. But I feel like it's manageable. Alright, T-Rex Rex says, why is Gremgor unreliable? He's incredibly reliable. He was every chance he gets. Yeah, I don't know. Probably because we just declared war on everyone. 35 megabits upload is bad. Well, it's bad when I'm paying like $200 a month almost. And it's bad considering that every county around me and even some of the areas within a mile of me all have gigabit fiber. And my area doesn't have any plan for it. So relatively speaking, it might be good compared to what some have. But for here, it's terrible and really, really poor. And the upload speed is everything for a content creator. If you have bad upload speed, then you just can't, like, it screws up your streams. And it doesn't just have to be good speed, it really more importantly needs to be very consistent. So consistency is actually just as useful as speed, honestly. But you need both, ideally. I'm gonna try and get into range and see if we can pull this guy towards us. He's going to be alone, so I have a good chance to get up here and just pummel him before he can get reinforcements. I think they're going to have a grudge thrower coming on from way back. Ooh, I probably want to just stop with the Doom Divers. We're going to be wasting ammunition. Yeah, there's their grudge thrower. Let's see where it's ranged. He's out of range of the grudge thrower at the moment. This is great, though, because we can totally kill off this Dwarf Lord prior to him getting any reinforcements. He's going to get absolutely owned. I was going to take my cavalry in and help with that beatdown, but that grudge thrower is going to be in range pretty quickly. We're just going to let Grimgor own this guy one-on-one. We took away a ton of his melee defense, so he had to be at a massive disadvantage to Grimgor. If the grudge thrower wants to fire at Grimgor, I think I'm okay with it. I mean, unless the dwarves get really lucky. Oh, I got the Futurama reference. War were declared. You better believe I get a Futurama reference. In fact, I was telling Mrs. Air that I need to watch Futurama. She just made a kiff sigh when I did. I think she kind of likes it, but she doesn't like to admit that she likes it. Yeah, the artillery's firing at me. Doesn't really matter. Grimgor's absolutely owning this Dwarf Lord. He only took one hit from the Dwarf Lord that entire time. I'm going to try and finish him off. We have to be very cognizant of these Thunderers. We don't want to be anywhere near the range of those Thunderers. Come on. Grimgor, are we really not faster than a routing Dwarf Lord? Speed 32? I mean, it feels like Grimgor should be a little faster, like maybe 40-something speed would be good. I mean, I know he's not a terrible unit, but his speed is terrible. Kill him! Alright, I've gotta pull back. I am faster than those Thunderers, but we can't push my luck too far here. I'm gonna take my wolf chariots and wrap them wide around this flank. Now, the good news is we've got one of their lords basically beaten to a bloody pulp. I'm gonna have to run away from these gunners or else I'm gonna end up crossing their path. Let's start shooting at the gunners. Alright, we're gonna manage to stay just out of range. So we got Grimgor in and out safely. Make a wide path around here. Alright, gents. Let them have it, boys. Move the archers up because we have very short range. Grimgor, let's turn around. Ready to come back in and fight. Alright, so trying to get my Doom Divers to damage up the guns first. Go get that the Grudge Thrower. Push forward. Right now my archers are kind of just dumping into the melee fight. That's probably okay. Let's keep doing that. Let me see where Grimgor's at. He's over here. I want him to kill that Dwarf Lord. I'll try and scoot over here. I'm going to go ahead and debuff the Dwarf Lord. Might be enough to make him lose. We've got a Waagh ready. Let's crank it. Killing all these miners with charges. And I forgot about my slow orc cavalry, and it's already being mowed down. They have a lord out here, Finn Runex. If we can kill all their units here, we should be able to get in with an auto-resolve and take Karazakarak here pretty handily. think we killed that lord. Unfortunately for me, there are still a considerable number of Dawi skirmishers in the vicinity. I'm gonna lose my boar boys. I got a hammer right here. I didn't realize that earlier. Let's focus fire the hammer. It just broke through my line. Alright, our immortals have a real fight on their hands here. Alright, we lost our boar boys. But need to speed up a little here. Alright, we're getting the hammerers. Let's get over here. I managed to get into some of their skirmishers, pop another Waagh here. I need to get back and help clean up this fight. I mean, our black orcs are doing really well, but there's another hammer up here. Let's go ahead and start feeding it all of our archer fire. Starting to turn the tide rather nicely here. Let's see if we can work this hammer a little. I'm pumping them full of arrows right now. In fact, I think I'm just going to pull my units out of that fight and let my archers mow them down. The hammers are pretty susceptible to archer fire. They do have nice armor, but they're going to be susceptible because they don't have a shield. Grimgor needs to come out here and own this dwarf lord. Try and work on that, okay. Try and finish those off. I thought we killed the catapult. Apparently we did not. Well done, Air. Well done, Air. Debuff that dwarf lord. Give him a proper butt kicking here. I don't know why those thunderers charged into melee with me, but that is really fantastic that they did. And that is going to be all she wrote. We need to run down as many of these units as we can. There'll be less units we have to kill. I'm going to go after the toughest ones. Grimgor, you take him. All my units are going to be very tired, unfortunately. I don't know if we're going to be able to catch any of these units. Yeah, we're too slow. Alright, let's end the battle. It's a big win, though. It's a very important win. They have about 400 Dawi remaining. 450. We did take out a lord, and they won't be able to get him back, and then the lord we left them with is going to be at about half HP, so it's hard to say what the auto-resolve is going to do. They've got walls. It's definitely going to like the fact that they still have walls, and you know, I'm imagining the towers will get a lot of damage done just by themselves. Replenish what I can. It's not much, but we'll take it. Feel like it's important, so we got rid of almost all of the garrison. Still have their guns, unfortunately. But we definitely can't sit around. We have to go straight at them right now. Like, we can't wait. They'll just get more units. What do we get here? Extra speed and Strider. That'll probably help our boar boys. We won't lose our immortals. We'll lose other units, but we could quickly get into the settlement. And I think we should take this. Like, as much as I hate losing that many units, I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot better fighting it. We really need to get that settlement. Just go ahead and occupy it. I need to keep it as is. It was only tier 1? Or does it automatically go down a tier? Well, that's not great for me because I needed to be able to recruit units here, and I can't, other than archers. But I'll get my archers back on this turn. So we're going to need to keep our strength up. We just got a Waagh here, a call to Waagh. Let's take a look at diplomacy because we got new, so creeping death. We're going to have to declare war. And man, Ferric, we're gonna have to declare war. All right. There we go. We're at war with everybody. Unfortunately for me, if I can beat down a greenskin lord, we can confederate them, and it gets rid of that war rather quickly, which is obviously very, very handy. About to have some more boys here on this turn in, so Morglis will have a decent enough army to start fighting things back out of our territory. The question is, where do we place the Waagh? We've got the Waagh. I'd like to use it. We need to use it against a strong target. Oh boy. Growth and obedience. Let's take a look. I can't see their capital yet. Yeah, I'm thinking we should use it against Barak Var. Can't see anybody's capital at the moment, unfortunately. Out of the people we know, who's the strongest? The Bloody Hands. Should probably use it against the Bloody Hands then, shouldn't we? I think the Bloody Hands are going to be the strongest. Do I have to use it on their capital? I don't guess so. I don't think we have to use it against their capital. It looks like we can just choose it here. Extra missile strength, extra weapon strength, and then we get the big Waagh. I'd rather have Gork here. It doesn't make any difference if I don't use it against their capital, right? It's gonna do it. Alright. Now that means we're starting to gather a Waagh army. The Waagh army, if I remember right, does not replenish. So it's just kind of one of those make the most of it while you got it type things. It'll continue to recruit, but it, like I said, if I remember right, they don't replenish.
Me, I'm special.
Okay. Let's end our turn. Oh boy. Holy savage orc spam. It's a good thing we got the Waagh army when we did, and we've got our trolls too. This is a mess. We're gonna have to fight this and attempt to win. Obviously attempt to win. We don't want to attempt to lose. That would not be the best. All right. They don't start with their reinforcements. I don't think they have their Savage Orc spam to start with. Do I just charge at them, or do I gather all my force? Because then they're going to get all their Savage Orc spam, too. Then I have a whole bunch of archers. Archers should be pretty good against Savage Orc spam. Kind of thinking we should just deploy back here on this rim. Okay. Alright, let's just deploy here. We've got a lot of goblin archers. I hope you do kill them. And then we've got a bunch of trolls too. I kind of want to just mix the trolls in. They can give an extra beatdown where possible. And then I want this Shaman up here where he can put some Vindictive Glares at a higher angle down on our enemies. What's the range on Vindictive Glare? 250? We've got a lot of Gobbo archers. Should be able to do very significant damage. They attacked me, so they're gonna have to walk back here. Alright. Go ahead and fast forward. Oh, looks like they're stupid. They might come to fight me where they have all the reinforcements. That would be really spectacular, actually. Is this guy on a wolf? No. He is not on a wolf. It's almost in range. We're going to hit him with some Vindictive Glare. Taking out enemy leadership should help us win the fight quicker. And Vindictive Glare is very good against low armored units. It's very effective, recharges pretty quick. I mean, Sneaky Stabbing's pretty good too. But we'll use Vindictive Glare to pick at their leadership. Let's try and stay in range with it. We've only got 7 more seconds. We can shoot it again. Doesn't use much Winds of Magic either, which is fantastic. Yeah, give him that shroom magic. Another 16 seconds, so there comes the Savage Waagh coming in behind us. 4, 3, no, we can't wait, we're gonna have to come back. Send some Gobbos over here to protect our little shaman. Alright, we should have an angle. I'm gonna move up all my archers. Oh, we hit some of the map feature, or almost did, but we still managed to get some damage on him. Looks like they're almost falling back to go meet up with their forces now. I don't have any cavalry to chase after them, or else I would. Alright, we're gonna cut down their wolf riders. Oh, they're turning around, coming back for more right here. Let's give him another. Nice hits. He's down to only 800 hit points. Been very, very effective. And then with our archers waiting right out front here, should be able to mow down those orc boys with very few, if any, losses. I'm gonna save the Vindictive Glare and try and use my archers some. We're gonna need our archers too, because we need to kill as many Savage Orcs with them as possible. Savage Orcs will be better than us in melee for the most part. Just got my Waagh bar started here too, which is definitely not a bad thing. I'm gonna wait just a minute. Well, no, I'm gonna pop him. We got a good angle. Big damage. Got plenty of Winds of Magic. At least for the time being. The reserves are running kind of low. We got 35 in reserve. Gonna kill off their Gobbo Archer unit easily. Excellent. Kind of want to fold my flanks back a little where I can. And that way we can try and delay the enemy in this wide formation. Try and overpower them with the trolls and keep picking at their leadership. They're Great Shaman. I'm going to move my Great Shaman up front. Can almost kill that. Night Cabo War Boss right here. We probably got a pretty good shot at him.
This one's a biggie.
Ooh, it was a good shot. Well, no, it wasn't. We did very little damage. Dang, that sucks. Very little damage. I should get first shots with my archers, though, so I'm going to let my archers fire away, and then I'll fall back, get an infantry charge. Oh, they're feeding it back to me. Little devil. Alright, he is basically dead. He's only got 40 hit points. I'm gonna fall back up the hill. Oh, I don't have fire at will on. That's kind of a problem. Alright, I want my archers to simply open fire. I want to kind of overpower with trolls here. Pull back a little right here. Can't see there. Yeah, there's their little shaman back in the back. We'll give him some. We'll give him the business here in a minute. Fall over here. And then let's just start. I'm just going to start raining fire into the biggest blob of savage orcs that I see here. Our trolls will help, but they're certainly not going to make us invulnerable. Let's go after that little devil. They've got two of them back here. Very little damage, unfortunately. Alright, we're getting some really nice damage done on this blob over here, and if I can free some units up, it'll make a significant difference in the course of this battle. So that is really good news for me right now. They did not move to outflank me over here, so I'm going to bring some reinforcements running this direction. Oh yeah, we got a quick break right here. Let's mow down this unit that's kind of exposed. I'm going to use my archers to just go for extreme damage where I can. I'm going to keep using Vindictive Glare. It's being used back against me, unfortunately. Alright, sorry, I got to keep pausing it kind of on and off here so I can figure out where my next targets are at. We've definitely had some nice success in a couple of spots. Killed a lot of enemies. We've got a Waagh going, and it should be the big Waagh too. It is. Not just any Waagh. It's the big Waagh. I'm gonna come swinging all the way across here because we got baddies inbound. Just leave them be. See if we can start putting some damage on their Gobbo Shaman here with our archers. We can dig into that Gobbo Shaman. I think we've got it. I'm pretty sure we've caused the damage that we needed to cause. I'm gonna ignore that melee for a minute. I want to keep the archers doing most of the work here if we can afford it. Alright, we forced off some of their initial waves here. Alright, I'm really trying to feed it to that little Gobbo Shaman, but he's not a particularly easy target to hit, unfortunately. He's absolutely tiny. I'm gonna go ahead and start killing off some of their archers. We're on a charge here. We should have this. I'm pretty sure we got this in the bag. Oh no, that's probably just gonna hit my own guys. Don't do it. Some sneaky stabbing. Alright, there we go. We did it. We survived, and pretty darn well, actually. So that's going to put a pretty serious hurt on the Bloody Hands. So that is good news. That went very well. I felt like that could have gone a lot worse. Our archers did extremely good there. Got a lot of kills. So they lost a ton of units there. Well, they did lose over 1,000. They lost over 1,000 orcs in that battle. Very good trade for us for the most part. I hate that some of our Waagh units took some damage, but it is what it is. We have a Crappius in this yet? We don't. Should we name this little Gabo Great Shaman Crappius? I'm going to take the replan because we never know what they've got hiding or who else is going to come for us in this tournament because we've declared war on literally everyone. Yeah, look, there's Clan Ferric, and then there's the Bloody Spears. This is going to be just a constant back and forth. We got the cash. Let's go ahead and do it. Fight for Gitsnik. We need a Gabo Big Boss.
Grows, my lord.
Got some
News
treasury.
of your conquest spreads far and wide. Your
Don't have
developing
many
power
units, but I
is
do
noted
have the
by
Waagh
even the
army.
most distant of kings and bestial lords.
I need the Mustafields. How come we can't reach that? Like, why is our movement so bad? Can't reach the Pillars of Grungni? Well, I'm not going to go into Force March. I can get within reinforcement range of the settlement. They might just hit Mount Squighorn instead. But we can be replenishing. I got my archers back. How long is it going to take me to build the Mustafields? 1 turn. Waagh underway. Clan Ferric is back here. I think that's Clan Ferric. Nope, it's not. Rictus Clan Nest. Alright. Well, looks like Crappius is going to have to get to work here. Your namesake is here, Appius. I was going to put the not yet spy to get. It doesn't fit unless I put some of it up here. There. Crappius did not yet spy to get. But we'll get him a spider. Just a matter of time. Let's do this upgrade for the boys. We're going to need all the strength we can get out of our infantry. That reminds me, let's take a look here. Options. Campaign settings. It is on normal. Okay, good. Figured it was. That's the way I want it.
Now they'll see.
Golly, it feels like our movement points are absolutely terrible. The Carag Drawn is likely to get wrecked by these Skaven. I can't just, like, let them get away with it. We're going to have to get up here and try and challenge them, and try and scare them away. Probably not going to happen, but I'll try. Why is the replenishment so bad here? I've got 2 buildings that are improving it. I feel like it should be far better than this. So we got big bullies. Heavy metal for orc boy. Okay, we need this scrap upgrade here. Got some scrap. It's not an amazing amount, but we definitely need to start getting the boys all scrapped out. Fuck. Risky to spend too much money on these settlements because they're likely just going to get torn down with one crap army after another coming at us. When will he earn the Scrappiest name? I don't know. Like, he win us a few battles, then we can change him into Scrappiest despite a get. Now, this is good. This is Nashrak, and it's a little bit scary because our army's a little bit thrashed, but our boys have some upgrades. We've got a fair number of archers. We got the Doom Diver catapult to get some range. And if we can go in and just have Grimgor hack through Nashrak, who unfortunately does have a poison blade here, but if we can cut through Nashrak and kill him, we are going to end up with the ability to confederate them and take them out of a war. And that would be really fantastic. So we're going to fight this. Anthony, glad you're here. I'm saying goodnight to KB. So AB, thanks for joining us for a while. Appreciate you being here. Hope you have a good night. Appreciate everybody joining in. Just a test stream here, but everything appears to have gone very well. We've had almost no dropped frames, which means that the internet is functioning nominally at the moment. Right, here comes Grimgore and Du Bois. We're definitely going to have to take Nashrak head on. He's right in the middle of the army. It's going to be tough, though, because he's got armor-piercing damage and he's got a poison weapon. So it's not going to be a small fight. And unfortunately for me, most of my units barely did any replenishment on the last turn because of the extra sorry replenishment for no apparent reason. Ooh, I forgot we get to all the Waagh units, too. Thank goodness. I think until we have at least 40 on the battlefield. I'm gonna spread Du Bois kind of wide. And then I've got a lot of goblins. I think I'm just gonna back up all Du Bois with some goblins so we kind of have a double line. And I don't have a ton of archers, but I'm gonna get them up front here and hopefully get a few shots to begin with. Alright, let's see if this formational trick done. Ooh, I forgot about the Immortals. Let's bring them under the center. We got our chariots. Chariots are pretty thrashed, but we'll see how we do here. What's going on, Jacob? Thanks for joining tonight. Start firing on those archers. I think we should be able to carry this so long as we can deal with Nashrak pretty quickly. So I need to go get right in his way. Why does Grimgore get stuck on things? So look how easy he's getting stuck on just some tiny goblin archers. CA, please. It's so annoying. Right. Got the archers working. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot going down here. We need to start engaging all the enemy units here. I'm gonna pause it for a minute so I can get all the orders. Handed out here. All right. That should be good. Debuff Nashrak. Give him a charge. I got infantry coming to buff me up. Let's take all of our archers and get them grouped. I should have already had this done. And let's go ahead and see if we can start raining some death down on some of these orc boys. All right, we are chopping a hole straight through Nashrak. And Waagh is charging up rather rapidly. A little bit overwhelmed on that flank, but we should have them... Well, nope, there was... Unfortunately, we ran into some Skulker Gits over there. But Nashrak... Oh man, we just absolutely mopped the floor with him. So Nashrak is shattered. Do we need to kill him to confederate? I can't remember. Put some shots on Nashrak. Hopefully we can kill him. Just to make sure that we get the chance to confederate here. Yep, there he goes. He's gone. Alright, so we cut through easily. And with Nashrak down, there goes the leadership for his army. And that should be a confederation and the end of hostilities here. And growing strength for our armies. And we are just wrapping them up hard now. Use my archers to clean up theirs. There's nothing left of them really over here. We do have some wolf riders over here. I don't know why we don't have a chain route. I feel like we should be at a chain route. Everything they have is running away. I guess some of their units are coming back from routing now, which is pretty annoying. I don't need all of you chasing over here, I just needed a couple. Alright, let's get into combat and see if we can put an end to this real quick. Give some help to my chariots, they got skulkered. Alright, so I guess their routing units were the only thing keeping them from chain routing, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I wouldn't think that the power bar would give you too much credit for units that are tucking tail and running away. But, you know, guess I wouldn't be shocked at this point. Can we get a chain route, please? Heck's the point of all this? Other than to make my army take extra damage. There we go, thank you. Good, good, good. What are you most excited for in Warhammer 3? Probably Kislev, but Cathay is looking really good. It's going to be nice to have a rework to Sieges. Hopefully it's actually good. They released that video today. I don't like their marketing campaign. I'll just be straightforward. I don't. I think CA's marketing campaign, maybe I'm wrong, right? Their marketing campaign doesn't work on me. And I love Warhammer. Now, it probably works on a lot of people. Maybe they're still right in the end. All I'm saying is I don't like their marketing campaign. It's too much information, way too far out in front of the launch of the game. And it's just irritating. It's like, hey, look at all this cool stuff that you can't have for months still because the game hasn't released. But they probably do it because a lot of people constantly whine and complain, well, we haven't seen any gameplay. Their game must suck. And so they keep saying stuff like that, and I'll bet CA feels like, well, we got to put some news out there, or else everybody's going to sit here saying that we suck and we've got nothing. And, you know, it's just, so I don't know, it's a weird situation. It's a very strange situation. I'm going to give some of these units... We picked up a gold mine up here, which is fantastic. From Peak. I'm going to put some defense. We're going to have to recruit as many troops as possible because we are going to have enemies absolutely everywhere. Like, we are going to have them all over the place. I'm going to move up and try and lay an ambush here. The Iron Rock is at high risk right now, unfortunately. Alright, Grimgore. What should their marketing campaign do instead? Well, Daniel, I mean, if you're going to want a hype train, and you're going to want people interested, you just give little sneak peeks, okay? You don't do this like, so if you want to come out, for instance, and introduce the fact that Cathay is going to be a part of the game, or Kislev, those are fine. But then we have a blog post, and then we have a lore post, and then we have this post, and this, and then another video, and now we're going to have more videos. It's just too much crap. Introduce the factions, that's fine, right? Give a quick introduction of the factions so that people can get enough hype to keep them excited, but it doesn't, draw them out with all this crap. Like, why do I need to know the lore of Kairos Fate Weaver right now? I don't. I'm not going to get to play the game for at least 3 months. I don't need to know anything about him. There's no miniatures out for him. The game's not out. Show a trailer, that's fine. Maybe mention who he is. We don't need any of that stuff yet. You're just wasting time. You're getting your hype train chugging and starting 3 months before the game launches. By the time the game launches, you're going to have released so much crap that it's going to be old news by the time the game even launches. Like, so no one's going to be interested. Like, so, I mean, you need to wait until much closer, like 2 or 3 weeks from where the game is, and then you start diving into the campaign mechanics and the changes and the gameplay and other stuff like that. Way too early for them to be getting into all this stuff. Way too early. They're months away from launch. So, I don't like it. It's irritating to keep up with. I haven't even read half their blog posts or watched half the videos. It's too much crap. Like, it's out there every day, and it's more stuff I have to try and keep up with. I'm not interested in keeping up with all of it. Just release the game. And if you're not ready to release the game, then quit showing all this crap. Like, I don't know. Maybe I seem a little too short with them on this stuff, but that's just the way I feel about it. Like, it's too much, too early. We're not there yet. And they need to just hold off, take it easy, get the game finished. We need a Gobbo Big Boss, right? That was one of our objectives. Okay, let's do that. Got extra boys. I'm going to actually put that Gobbo up there and then grab an extra Orc Boy. Ain't No Meaning says, I'm guessing they need to justify the delay. I guess so. I'm sure they're trying to build up pre-orders and stuff like they do it. Again, I understand some of the reasons why they do it, but I don't like it. I think it takes away from the hype that we should be having when the game actually launches. We will have basically blown all the hype before we ever get there. Because we've seen everything. You've seen all the mechanics. You've seen all the lords. You've seen all the videos. You've seen all the secrets. Like, what's exciting by that point? Yeah, sure, you want to play the game, but like they've taken away all the excitement because you've already gone through it all. Like I said, I'm not a fan. I don't think it's the way to go. So we can basically get like 10 more melee attack, or sorry, 10 more weapon strength, or we can get armor and missile parry. What do y'all think the best way is on these guys' stuff? Regina says, yeah, I'm of the same mind. I think the Cathay lore is good because that's completely new lore, but you don't need lore for existing stuff. I agree. If you want to introduce Cathay and you want to talk a little bit about them because they never really existed before, totally agree. And I think they should be introducing the factions right now, right? That's the only thing you need to do to get the pre-orders. Introduce the factions, mention a little bit about their lords and the way they're going to work, leave it at that, and people will be excited. And then, when we get close enough, let's do it. Ain't No Meeting says, agreed, it's like watching a trailer for a movie where they tell too much. Exactly. It's like a trailer where they tell too much. Exactly. It's going to take all the fun and excitement out of the game because you will already... And this happens to me all the time when I play a new Total War game. I can tell which viewers have been the ones watching every single CA video because they will come on and already know how to play the game better than me because I don't watch that crap because I don't want them spoiling it when I get a hold of the new game. And these people will come on and they will already know how to play the game better than me because CA's already showed so much by the time the game launches. And it's just, I don't know, if they like it, it's fine. You know, it's their game. They can do that. But I find it to be kind of annoying. Some extra campaign movement range. Appia says, thank God, I thought I was the only one. Yeah, exactly. Roster reveals too early. I think introducing the faction is cool with a little video like they did. Like, for instance, the Cathay faction reveal video. That's good. That's all you should be doing out here. That's all you should be doing. And maybe like 1 or 2 every month, depending on how many factions you have to introduce before launch. That's it. That's all you need. And then if you do release Cathay's faction trailer and people are like, who the heck's Cathay? We've never seen him before. Okay, then you post your little lore blog, right? Help follow it up. I'd like a little bit more sneak peeks of the actual map. That would get me hype. Yeah, they're not going to show you the stuff you actually want to see. And so, again, I think that's another reason why it's kind of a waste of time. They're not going to show you the stuff you want to see. They're going to show you the stuff that they want you to see. And the reason is because it's too early for them to show you the stuff that you want to see. And again, just makes all this kind of pointless. Alright. I can't get back here, unfortunately, so we're under siege. If I come over here and enter an ambush, I should be able to sneak up behind these forces at Barak Var. They may attack me on this turn end. If they do, they're going to take the settlement, unfortunately. Very little I can do about it. This is where we're starting to get jerked around back and forth. between factions. This army's gonna have to be bigger. Oh, we get way better range on the Orc Air boys. Arrows are kind of OP right now, too. I'm gonna grab a couple. Stack in one more Orc boy. What do y'all think I should do with the scrap? Should I use it on the armor and the missile resistance, or should we use it on the weapon damage? I mean, greenskins are pretty centric on weapon damage. Did embed the hero. Stalker. Scavenge. Some people saying they're still hyped no matter the monsoon. Well, that's good. If everybody was like me, then CA will have caused themselves a lot of trouble. So I'm glad that not everybody's like me, because quite honestly, I'm just getting annoyed with like the campaign. It makes me want to stop watching anything about the game right now. I kind of agree with you, Zero. I'm thinking the damage. Just kill your enemies faster. The Kislev region will probably receive a massive size and more settlements. Yeah, probably so. They're going to have to expand some different areas on the map. They've done that before, and it's always been pretty good. I love seeing the campaign map get bigger. I'm definitely excited for that. I don't think you can make the campaign map big enough, honestly. Alright, I'm going to use up all our scrap there. We're going to be doing a lot of fights soon, and then that way, yeah, we're getting really good weapon damage out of our units here. I'm definitely excited to see the campaign map expand. I'm definitely excited to play Kislev and Cathay. I think they both look excellent. And I got to play as Kislev in that early gameplay that we got a hold of, and they were fun. They were very fun. So I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm going to bring this army down to kind of help hold some of this down here. Fortunately for me, we've still got a lot of teeth circulating. The Greenskin camp here in their turn. I'm a high elf guy. Slaughtering with Emmerich is so satisfying. Emmerich is pretty fun to play. He is pretty fun to play. The ridiculous dragons and stuff, it's good. For being a free LC, that was a pretty fun ad. I definitely approve. It does involve fighting Grimgor. How'd you know? Where are you going? Why don't you stick around? Came all the way up here. Stick around, let's have a chat. I'm gonna get low casualties, so let's just Shrek this guy real quick, save me a little time. Darn right, it's low casualties. The boys is gonna be chopping right through yous. Ooh, ogre mercenaries.
Ogres, my lord. These brutish nomads are as strong as they are stupid. But do not underestimate.
I don't know if I have enough money to upkeep ogres right now. So Iron Rock is now under control of the Crooked Moon mutinous Gits. I'm gonna move up over here where I can still do some recruiting. And I want to just kind of stack this army out further. Pretty generic at the moment, but so be it. It's gonna help garrison Caragdron because it's very weak. We need something here to help hold it. Got some scrap from beating down the Dawi. Hey, Justin, thanks for the 5. Appreciate you being here tonight. I like High Elves a lot, too. Them and Dawi are some of my favorite campaigns to play. Whatever reason. I think I just enjoy them a lot. I like their units. Where are we at? Here. What's I gonna look at? I needed to... I thought we completed this mission, right? Embed a goblin big boss hero into the following army. Grimgor. What do you think I just did? Alright. Guess they just needed me to do it again. Carry out a successful assassination attempt against one character belonging to a greenskin tribe. Alright, well I guess that's going to be our next objective. Empire is a lot of fun too, Warner, especially with that gun mod. Oh my gosh, the Empire was fun with the gun mod. That was absolutely ludicrous. Would repeat, given the opportunity. Absolutely. That was fun. Had Gelt flying around in a flame copter and all the guns. Like, oh my gosh, that was entertaining. Yeah, Streamlabs is slow. It takes a while for the super chat. It does. It's slow a lot of times. Don't know why. Thank you again, though, Justin. I think it could be YouTube, too. A lot of this stuff is built for Twitch. And it might just work better whenever it's on Twitch. I don't know. Try and keep the obedience high. I can't afford any backtracking dealing with rebels right now. Rebel scum. Alright, so... too much means of spiders at the moment, but we can get snotling wagons. Snotling wagons can be pretty useful. Let's throw them down. And I think we should probably go ahead and get access to trolls and then build this up. Build up the shiny pit. That's just going to give us a heck a lot more money. Get the heap of shiny stuff, or pile of shiny stuff here. So our income is pretty low now. We've had to do all this recruiting.
This magic is real.
Can't get across the river like that.
Oh, yeah.
Retake Iron Rock. Wurzag is right outside of Black Crag, but I'm not real worried about it. Black Crag has a pretty stout defense, and I don't think Wurzag is going to have what it takes to break it. And if we defeat him, I can get a chance to confederate him. Like, we have a lot of archers, and these Blackworks are going to hit like a truck. I can't quite make it back into Black Crag, which is really frustrating. What we could do, though, is... I'm just going to keep that army where it's at, because the Skaven are going to be jumping under the mountains and coming through here, so I'm going to keep that army where it's at for the moment. Where's a Grungni? Let's check out what some of our building options we can do is upgrade replenishment there. I don't think that's going to be the biggest deal. Black Crag has more growth available to it. Can't build any of the specialty stuff. I don't really have a ton of money for the other buildings, so let's just hang tight. Grimgor needs to move. Can't reach any settlements on this turn in, but I'm thinking I'm going to go sack Varenka Hills to pick up a little income. We haven't declared war on people on the first turn, but I'm going to go ahead and declare war. That's just what we do in this campaign. I'm sure I'll live to regret it.
Onward. Ugh, the greenskins.
What?
Oh gosh, we're gonna have so many enemies.
You are my enemy.
We are strength rank 1 though.
Who calls?
Your man gods and dubious masters have no...
This just feels like suicide. Now, don't get me wrong, I like a good scrapping, but this just feels suicidal.
I have no interest in these green beasts. Their blood tastes fun.
You don't like my blood? Come on. Quit being orcist. Drink my blood and like it, Manfred. It's delicious.
Let me think about it. No!
Fighter hatchlings. I guess that's all of the Waagh troops that we're going to be recruiting on this first Waagh. Returns till the Waagh disperses, so we need to go claim
The tribe's ready.
a trophy. Become post-battle loot, construction costs reduced, leadership for gobos, an extra melee attack minus upkeep, that'll be fine. Anthony says, this makes me so anxious, I try not to pick so many wars at once. Yeah, me too, I don't like this. This has me feeling quite uneasy. Underway interception. Oh boy. Oh boy. Got another army behind me. Yeah, we got problems, folks. We got many problems.
Ready for murdering.
Well, we better be ready for murdering. Let's get it started. Why is battle on normal? Well, why put it on very hard? All it does is just give the enemy leadership and melee defense buffs, which then breaks all of the unit balancing. So, yeah, there's no reason to put the battle difficulty on very hard unless you just want it there to get an achievement. So I don't like it. I think it is annoying because it kind of limits the units you can play with. You have to play cheesier with missile and magic spams and stuff like that, so I don't like it. I feel like it ruins the immersion, ruins the fun. I'm not too concerned with appearances. Some people might be worried about people seeing them playing on a setting less than legendary, but I am unconcerned with such things. If you're looking to create some artificial challenge, then putting it on very hard or legendary is great. If you enjoy playing the game more just because you enjoy the units and the armies and like picking all the fun stuff, then you shouldn't mess with the higher difficulty settings. Like, so it depends on what you want, right? What brings you enjoyment in the game? Do you get enjoyment from knowing that you beat it on the highest setting, or do you get more enjoyment knowing that you had a good time picking the armies you wanted, not having to worry about how to cheese it and, you know, stuff like that, right? So that's really the biggest difference, and it's up to the player. They should pick the way to play that makes them happier. Some people may get more satisfaction out of playing a bunch of archer cheese and stuff like that, you know, just to make it work. I don't. I think it's very unfun, and I don't enjoy it. So that's why I don't do it. But if that's what you enjoy, you should do it. That's the way you should play your game, because it's your game. Right, these idiots are just going to camp back here. That would be a good reason why I stay on normal. I like to play how I want to and not have spammer cheese. Yeah, I do enjoy the campaign difficulty being on very hard because it makes the AI more aggressive and they send more armies after you. And then with the battle difficulty on normal, they're not getting any particular cheats in the battle. And so, you know, the melee system makes sense because it's operating the way it's supposed to, and you know, so on and so forth. So I really like it, putting the campaign difficulty on very hard. Because like I said, I like the extra aggression from the AI. It makes it far more fun. So that's why you usually see me put it on very hard campaign, and then normal, and then I'll put the Chaos Invasion on legendary. Because then I get tons of huge battles, but the AI doesn't get to cheat. That's really my reasoning behind it. Daniel says Phoenix Guards shouldn't lose to Skaven Slaves. It's funny you joke about that, but in the older Total War games, that was literally almost true. Like, I would lose, like, legionary cohorts to Levy Freeman and stuff. It was ridiculous. It's still pretty bad in the modern Total War games, but in Warhammer, essentially, though, the very hard difficulty, if you're using a faction that can spam missile units or single entity monsters and has good magic, you can just cheese your way right through the difficulty setting, because spells and missiles in this game are very powerful. It doesn't matter if the enemy gets a leadership or a melee defense buff if you shoot them or make a giant vortex appear on top of them, you know what I mean? It completely negates that. And so that's why you're going to see those things cheesed really hard, by players who are playing on those difficulties, because that's the way you play when you're on those difficulties. It's the most effective way to play the game. That's how you win. Alright, I think we didn't lose our cavalry. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and countercharge all their infantry. I've got my air boys and goblin arrows all ready to go. I'm gonna kind of let them sit here and fire for a moment, cause as much damage as they can. Move my infantry forward. I'm gonna bring Grimgor out into his own group as well. I'm gonna try and make it through the Dawi line. I may wait for the lines to kind of join in combat and look for an opening. I want that Rune Lord. Alright, so the Waagh should fill up quickly. I'm gonna start firing at infantry units and just start mowing down as many hit points as I can. I'm gonna run past this miner. I'm gonna go try and engage this Rune Lord, because the Rune Lord should get absolutely crapped on by Grimgor. Yep, my archers are chewing through Dawi. Should have a Waagh up soon. You get back here, ugly. Don't you be trying to run away from me. Grimgor's got your number. Alright, there comes the Waagh, and it's gonna be the big Waagh. Firing in here, group 2, just keep pumping the arrows out, cutting through that Dawi infantry. Okay, he's getting up here, right? The Rune Lord's getting absolutely savaged by Grimgor, as expected. Rune Lords are really bad in melee unless they're named Thorek. And even he probably wouldn't be well suited to going face to face with Grimgor. But I will admit that Thorek is one boss of a Rune Lord. He gives them a better name than they typically give themselves. Got our big boss over here helping out too. Give him a good stab in there. Vampires must suck on higher difficulty because they have no ranged. They do. But what they do have is single entities and magic. And it does suck bad for them if they don't have range. However, if you use that single entity and magic right, you can cheese your way through. But they aren't one of the better factions on the highest difficulties, that's for sure. I can give you examples of factions who are really good on the highest difficulties. Dark Elves, they have an abundance of single entity monsters and armor-piercing missiles. And they even have some decent infantry if needed, but Dark Elves are very good. High Elves can cheese it pretty hard because they have a lot of missiles and single entity monsters. I think other people who can cheese pretty well. Like I said, basically the combination is plenty of missiles and monsters. Missiles and monsters. Missiles, monsters, magic. Sorry, it's the 3 M's. 3 M's. Missiles, monsters, magic. Whoever's got that, you're going to be ripping your way through the higher difficulty settings as long as you cheese it right. I am going to sack their settlement. Do I want to sack it? You know what? No, I'm just going to loot and occupy this crap. And then I'm not going to really pay a whole lot of attention to it at the moment, but it'll help give me a little bit of income. I'll go ahead and spend a little. It'll probably just get retaken, but it's okay. Alright, so Grimgor is now in position to fight against the Bloody Hands. Frappius is here, and he can take on the Crooked Moon Mutinous Gits. They are some mutinous gits. Backstabber. Who's their main lord? Is it this dude? Is it Backstabber? Or do they have a Gobbo as their leader? I can't remember. Again, if we can defeat their leader, that would be really good. Ready for Warhammer, Total War Warhammer 3? I've been ready for a very long time. I knew it was going to get delayed, though, so I'd already prepared myself mentally for that, so I really wasn't even bothered by the delay. I just like, hey, it's 2021. Everything in the world is delayed right now, so everything's out of stock or delayed. So I was not surprised at all. And, in fact, I expected it. Alright. Here we go. I am gonna get reinforcements from my Waagh army. That's fine, we'll bring those up. Alright, here they come. Get in here, you filthy... Ooh, we got some lava spider rider archers. They have armor-piercing missiles. That is really cool. Didn't get any of that in Grimgor's army. Do you all know what dictates what type of Waagh units you get? I can't remember what dictates that. It's an orc war boss. I think we'll just troll him, like literally troll him. I'm just gonna send all my trolls forward and beat his brains out. My trolls can replenish. But we should get really nice AP damage on the trolls. Have to kind of swamp this dude and feed him a pretty quick death, hopefully. Yeah, we're definitely chunking some hit points out of him. His leadership's very low. We're not taking a ton of damage on our trolls, so that's good. We shouldn't lose any units. Alright, got my Waagh army headed up. He's clubbing with the trolls. Not a recommended pastime, unless you like being covered in vomit and beaten to death with a large stone club. Clubbing. We did lose a unit. What in the heck? He killed a unit? What a bunch of crap. Yeah, right. BS. I call shenanigans. Alright, well, whatever. He got clubbed. Alright, here we go. Let's get lined up. They have a lot of air boys or anything, because I'm thinking about... Oh, look, they got a war boss on a pig there. I'm going to come mess with them with the lava spider rider archers. See if we can lure him up here. Need to wait till he gets over the top of that hill, and I'm going to hit him with some vindictive glare, plus he'll be in range. Over the hill, over the hill. There we go. Didn't do too much, but it wasn't bad. Could have been worse. Get him, boys. Alright. A little bit of AP damage. That's going to bring him in range of my archers. I'm going to come club this guy, too. Yeah. There we go. Let's pause for a second. I need to get all my archers into a separate group. And then I want to charge with my infantry. Alright, so we're going to come club their boss. I'm going to keep my own Gabo Shaman back here. Yeah, he's getting clubbed hardcore. Alright, we got a lot of archer fire. Pause it again, because I thought I had all my archers in a group, but I don't, because I had the Waagh reinforcements that came up. I'm going to start firing at those boar boys, take them out of the fight, and then I want to get these Waagh reinforcement archers. Pull them up closer where they too can shoot. Spider riders out here, bring up some extra infantry. A little extra infantry over here, here. Actually, I got way more than enough infantry on this flank, so let's just... Alright, send that up. Alright, their war boss is getting a pretty severe beat down at the moment. 3 units of trolls is definitely enough to make your day be a bad day, unless you are very specifically equipped to deal with that. Right, we routed their war boss. Stay on him. Let's see if we can kill him. Oh, he got loose. Try and keep up with him. want to kill him. Oh man, we broke right through. Broke right through here. These trolls are very, very handy. Very handy. Yeah, we just chopped right on through here. Looks like their war boss is gonna get out of there and run away. Coward he is. That's gonna be the end of this. Those archers are the last unit they have that's pretty much on its last legs there. So there we go. That's gonna be a shattering. We'll retake our settlement here. Pick up some scrap and some teeth at the same time. One of these battles is kind of like, it's a pain that we're gonna be going back and forth so much, but we also get a lot of money out of it. Yeah, troll diplomacy, that's right, T-Rex. Troll diplomacy, yeah. Emmerich, if he has flaming damage, yeah, he's probably gonna cut through trolls pretty well. Anybody who comes in with flaming damage and is pretty tanky, high melee defense and leadership, yeah, they're gonna do all right against the trolls. Like a Knights of the Blazing Sun, for instance, would be pretty much sweet dreams for the trolls. Have you seen the Wii Special mod? I haven't seen that. What does that mod do? Wii Special. I like the name of it already, that's for sure. Yes! Got another confederation. So we pulled in the mutinous Gits, which now means I'm in control of Karak 8 Peaks. So see, this is kind of how you can get yourself off to a fighting start in this insane Total Waagh campaign. Is even though we're going to be at war with literally everyone, if we can confederate the greenskin tribes, you'll have a bunch of power and stuff to work with very quickly. A fair number of lords and armies as well. So this is good news. He's got his war boar. Adds additional orc units and a legendary hero. That's awesome. Sounds like fun. Now, I am going to have to go for the night. I am out of time, but we've gotten a couple hours. The test stream went very well. I had a lot of fun chatting with you all. I had a lot of fun playing this. It's actually going way better than I thought it would be. I'm going to save my game here so I can play it some more in the future should we decide to. And anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. I will be back Thursday with some more streaming, assuming that Cox doesn't undercut me. Hope not. Appreciate everybody who supported. You're all fantastic, and I can't wait to see you on Thursday. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. See you then.